1, 2, 3 crypto billionaires dead, all in the same time frame. TianTian Kullander and Vyacheslav Taran both died within a week of each other and were estimated to be worth billions of dollars. Taran being 56 years of age at the time of his death, and TianTian just 30 years old. This was only a month after multi-millionaire crypto entrepreneur Nikolai Mushegian was found dead after drowning and washing up on the Puerto Rican shore, fully clothed and with his wallet in his pocket. He predicted he would be killed just a month prior to him being found lifeless on the beach. He was just 29 years old. Rumors have been swirling around the cryptocurrency community with the thought that these deaths are interconnected and are part of some nefarious plan being carried out by higher up institutions. Why would there be a motive to murder any of these individuals? Why are there so many mysterious intricacies surrounding the deaths of these three? And are they connected on a deeper level more than just their source of wealth? The past couple of years have shown just how volatile cryptocurrency can be. The market is vast and fast moving, being claimed as the libertarian alternative to centralized banking, an independent way of storing wealth without involvement of the government or large financial institutions. Nevertheless, because of no outside regulations, there have been many scams purported as crypto investments. Scandal upon scandal has risen to the surface with the rise and downfall of multi-billion-dollar companies in a short time period never seen before. For instance, FTX and Terra. FTX being valued at $32 billion in January of 2022 before going bankrupt by November of the same year. Terra Luna being many crypto enthusiasts' preferred stablecoin, a cryptocurrency that is supposed to be pegged to the dollar, raised $1 billion in February 2022 and lost investors $40 billion just a couple months later. However, both of these companies' founders, Sam Bankman-Fried and Do Kwon, are both alive and well despite pioneering some of the largest financial scandals in recent memory. The co-founder of Terra just recently had his arrest warrant dismissed by a South Korean judge. Caroline Ellison, a close associate of Sam Bankman-Fried, was spotted having a coffee in Manhattan, New York, just weeks after the news about FTX's bankruptcy broke. She does not seem to be worrying about her safety after having lost investors billions of dollars. October 28, 9:15 a.m. Puerto Rican police get a report from a surfer that claims a man washed up on the shore of Ashford Beach, an area riddled with strong tides and unsafe conditions. Locals in hotels around the area prohibit any swimming in the water due to the danger and unpredictable nature of the waves. This was later identified as death number 1, Nikolai Mushegian, a developer of MakerDAO, the largest decentralized finance protocol, an exchange in which all third parties are removed from all monetary transactions, including financial institutions like a bank. Nikolai was known to be one of the best developers in the game at creating and maintaining a stablecoin. He was living in a $6 million house in Condado, Puerto Rico with his father at the time because his family was concerned about his well-being. He tweeted this just 4 hours before he was found dead. He was becoming increasingly critical of the CIA and Mossad, which is the Israeli equivalent of the CIA, and claimed that the agency's resources were for sale to the highest bidder. In this tweet, Nikolai predicts that he will be murdered by the CIA in his near future. Less than 2 months later, he's found deceased by drowning. The Puerto Rico Police Homicide Division performed an autopsy on his body and claimed there was no signs of violence. However, he did have a wound or laceration in his skull. He had been working on what he felt would disrupt the financial world as we know it. He had left MakerDAO in 2018 to build his own decentralized stablecoin. Friends close to him say that he had become increasingly paranoid about the fact that state officials would recognize the threat his new project would pose to the central banking system and were planning on assassinating him. Fast forward to November 23rd of the same year, TianTian Kullander, the founder of the digital asset company Amber Group, unexpectedly passed away in his sleep. Amber Group, which he was a founder of, is a firm that provides a full range of digital asset services spanning investing, financing, and trading. The firm had garnered a $3 billion valuation and was in the process of raising another $100 million and was on track to go public in 2023. He also had a DAO of his own called KeeperDAO, a trading protocol with its own coin. People online have been calling his death sudden and suspicious since he was just 30 years old and seemed to be healthy. His cause of death is still unknown and he leaves behind his wife and child. You could argue that since the economy has taken a downswing, that the pressure of seeing his capital go negative in the billions took a toll on him and the stress was too much. Nevertheless, his absence means that there is a lot of Bitcoin he held off of the market, forever deflating the amount of Bitcoin in circulation. Just 2 days after TianTian's passing, Vyacheslav Taran perished in a helicopter crash. He was the founder of the trading and investment platform Forex Club, the proponent that eventually made him a billionaire. Taran had planned to take his helicopter from Switzerland to a small town in France. He hired a trustworthy pilot to fly him the hour it would take to go the needed distance. The skies were also clear, with no weather altercations or technical malfunctions with the aircraft. The suspicion strengthens with the knowledge of an anonymous individual having cancelled on the journey just an hour before they were set to take off. Ukrainian news sources have claimed that the Russian billionaire had ties to the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service. They claim he laundered Russian funds through a system of cryptocurrency operations. However, his wife has denied this claim as baseless. What I did not mention before was that there is actually a fourth crypto multimillionaire that died just a day before TianTian passed in his sleep. However, in this case, we know the cause of his death. Javier Biosca, a crypto Spanish guru, jumped from the 5th floor of his hotel in Estepona, Spain. He plummeted to his death and was not afforded the luxury of an open casket. He had become to be known as the biggest crypto scammer who took advantage of people's ignorance about blockchain in Spain. He established a firm targeted at retail investors who wanted to get involved in crypto. He deceived and swindled hundreds of investors, some being lawyers, businessmen, and dangerous Russian and Romanian mobsters. He was estimated to have made around 330 million euros in the short amount of time he managed investors' portfolios. When the cryptocurrency market crashed, he halted salaries for his employees and stopped giving returns to his customers. Nevertheless, his lifestyle was not so frugal. He was living in a $15,000 a month mansion in Marbella, Spain, which he would throw extravagant parties in, and was seen driving around in several different luxury cars. The national court accused him of $848 million in alleged fraud. Besides the police force, Javier was also worried about the mobsters and the retaliation which seemed imminent. This makes one ponder how Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of FTX, is not fearing for his life just as Javier was. Taking a deeper look at Sam's situation, he was the only one that was closely tied to Washington, D.C., having donated $40 million to the Democratic candidates, including Joe Biden and Beto O'Rourke. He even purchased political ads and subway stations. His co-CEO got in on the action and donated more than $20 million to Republican candidates. He was seen getting comfortable with multiple big players in DC, even throwing parties in which he would invite lobbyists and regulators to attend. He even pushed for crypto regulations, saying it is absolutely what's needed to protect consumers and get real federal oversight of the industry. Now, since his company's collapse, government officials have been using it as an example as to why crypto should be more regulated, with even US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and SEC Chair Gary Gensler advocating for more governance over the industry. It is hard to say whether or not there is any more to the stories of the three crypto gurus mentioned before. Even with Mushegian's case being as suspicious as it is, he was known to be somewhat troubled. His crypto billionaire friend, Brock Pierce, called Nikolai a brilliant mind and said, "Brilliant people sometimes walk the edge of insanity." When questioned, his mother denied any claims to the conspiracy theories and claimed that her son's death was not suspicious. The crypto community has always been at odds with the established institutions. The death of these three is unusual, however, causation does not always equal correlation. It is sad to see bright-minded individuals pass away after working so hard to get where they are. What is certain is that the common distrust between the crypto community and state officials has only grown in the past year and seems to only be getting worse. Let me know down below what you think about this string of deaths and if you think they are suspicious or non-related. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Also, please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I welcome any feedback or recommendations down below. Feel free to check out my previous videos. I am Ray